Hey guys, it's time for another episode of Damien Ruins Horror Movies. My name is Damien, and I finally watched Us. And I've said it before on here, but now I'm rewatching it and seeing if I can change my opinion about this movie. Because it's one of those, I didn't really like it, so I didn't bother to buy it, but I kind of wanted to have, I don't know, I'm one of those, like, if I like movies, I want to have them on Blu-ray. Because I have a lot of DVDs. I collect DVDs. Not as much anymore, because you can stream everything, and I'm too lazy to put it in the VCR. I mean the Blu-ray player. But Us was one of those that, like, when it first hit DVD, like, you could find it for a minute, and then it was just gone. Like, I'd been wanting to rewatch this movie. You can't rewatch it anywhere. I mean, I think you could probably go to, like, Vudu and pay for it. Amazon probably has it, because they seem like they have everything. I don't have Amazon, though, and I didn't want to pay for it. But it's like, I was always wondering, like, when is this movie ever going to come out to a streaming device? And now that I think about it, Get Out took a long time too. I just didn't care because I bought that when it first came out. But now you can finally watch it on Peacock. Peacock is kind of killing this month with the new horror movies it's getting. They seem like they're getting their shit together, getting ready for Halloween. So it's pretty cool. It's like every time I go on there, it seems like there's something else to look forward to. But Us was one of those things, because like when it first hit theaters, it had, Rotten Tomatoes had it like 98% for like a while, which is, from what I hear, that's pretty unheard of. So I was like, okay, this is going to be good. I can't wait to go watch it. And the commercial, they had that I Got Five on It song, but they had remixed it and slowed it way down. And it sounded cool. It sounded kind of creepy. So I was like, okay, this looks good.
What, y'all scam a family? Hi, can I help you?
Zora, put your shoes on.
If you want to get crazy, we can get crazy.
Is it a coincidence that the dad looks like a roided out version of Jordan Peele? But then I watched it and I was kind of like, granted, I was drinking some beers that night, and sometimes movies aren't as good. Like, comedies are good for beer. Horror isn't always. So I thought, okay, maybe it's me, because this was one of those movies where I was kind of afraid to not like it. Not because I wanted to be cool and I didn't want to be the lame guy who didn't like it. But it was one of those where it's like, did I not like it because I'm stupid? Did I just not understand what was going on? And I kind of read some reviews, and like, despite what Rotten Tomatoes says, a lot of people felt the same way as me. A lot of people were disappointed with it. Didn't think it made any sense. Didn't like it. Thought it was too long, which I'll admit, if you could shave a half hour out of that movie, that'd be cool. It's almost 2 hours, but not quite. There's just a long middle section, and it's a slow burner, which is fine. Like the first hour, I think, is awesome, or the first 45 minutes. Like, we go from a really cool 45 minutes, which we're slowly building it up. It's just this family going to the beach. Starts in 86 and then forwards to present day, which at first you're kind of like, well, why? That's confusing, because if you miss either of that, like if you see the 86 and then don't see the present day, or if you don't see the 86, like it's hard to notice that there's two different families going on, because one's the woman when she's a little girl, because they even have a part with the daughter in the present day where, like, well, she was lost for like 15 minutes, but that's what happened to her mom in the earlier. So it's like, wait, I had to rewind it, like, because I missed it when it said present day. It's like, okay, present day. So it's like, because those families mirror each other. Like, the mom as a kid, it looked like the same family almost, except with no little brother. And that's the funny thing, because the slow burn part isn't the bad thing. Ironically, it's when all the action starts that I feel like the movie could have been condensed. I mean, we could have done without the whole Timothy Heidecker family story arc and shaved off a good 30 minutes right there. I think this movie works fine at 90 minutes, but 2 hours is kind of asking a lot. And the idea of this movie is inspired by an old Twilight Zone episode called Mirror Image, which I watched on my DVD collection set that my mommy got me for Christmas a long time ago. I don't know where you can stream it. You can't even find it you can find parts of it. I think you can piece it together on YouTube, but I don't think you can watch the whole episode. But it's loosely based on that. It's not like it's a remake or anything. Because in that episode, it's about this woman that goes to a train station, and like, she keeps getting accused of things, like little things, like, how many times are you going to ask me when this train's going to go by? And she's like, this is the first time I've asked you. And she realized there's another her.
After the two worlds converge, comes into our world, and And in order to survive, it has to take over, replace us, move us out so that it can live.
The more I think about it, his movies are kind of like long, drawn-out Twilight Zone episodes. Which would make sense why he hosted that new Twilight Zone series, which I can't find. I haven't watched any of that because I don't know where I can buy it. I don't know you can't stream it anywhere. I'm sure if I looked harder, but it's not something I think about all the time. But now I'm thinking about it, it's like, I want to watch that, and I can't. I don't know how. Why is Jordan Peele so elusive? I also noticed like 2 or 3 Black Flag shirts in this movie. That was cool. Okay, so we had a good first 45 minutes, and then we had a too long 45 minutes, and then like the final act. I like the ending. It was good. Because I was on the fence the whole time rewatching it, thinking, I don't know. Do I like this? Is it good? Because I couldn't really figure out anything bad about it, but it was like kind of... But then the ending was like, okay, I like it. And the ending wasn't like, oh, but it was still like, oh, that's cool. All right. Now I almost want to watch it again. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up this time. If you don't like it, I get it. This movie, especially since it came out after Get Out. I mean, this is like M. Night trying to follow up The Sixth Sense with Unbreakable, which I liked Unbreakable. But it wasn't as good, you know. You can't. There's some things are hard to follow. But I liked it. I recommend it. Go to Peacock, watch it. Tell me why you don't like it. Tell me why you do like it. Like this video, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.